Yeah.
So am I audible?
Yes. You're audible.
Oh, okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing great and are being safe. A woman in any form shall be celebrated and honored, be it a sister or a wife or a mother or any other form. We need to reshape our own perception of how we view ourselves. We have to step up as a woman and take the lead. Team Climate wishes you a happy Women's Day. We welcome you all to the most fascinating event on Women's Day, that is, the launching of most awaited CliPod Season 1, and to celebrate this day with a special discussion on the topic nutrition, physical fitness, and mental health. I'm Chaitra, a PharmD intern and research intern at Climate Research Solutions, and I will be your host for today. Everyone will have a running doubts in their minds about what is meant by CliPod and why is it so important. Here is the answer. CliPod is abbreviated as Clinical Podcast on Demand. Then, what is meant by a podcast? A podcast is an episodic series of spoken word digital audio files that can user can download to a personal device for easy listening. There are many applications where you can access this podcast. Streaming applications and podcasting services provide a convenient and integrated way to manage a personal consumption queue across many podcast sources and playback devices. The people who are using Spotify and some other music applications are most familiar with the podcast. I think everyone have got a clear view on the podcast. Now, turning over to the clipboard. Climate Research Solutions have taken an initiative to start a clinical podcast with eminent and intriguing speakers. We are bringing up these clinical podcasts for everyone who is interested to listen and get involved in health awareness. First season is starting up with the most important, informative, and sensitive issue, that is mental health. We are starting up with this most important topic, mental numbness and apathy in women, on this special day with inspiring guests. To launch the CliPod Mental Health series, we have a chief guest, Ms. Ekta Jain, CEO, Restore Life, Ahmedabad, India, and resource person, Mrs. Gowri Anantakrishnan Jatin. And for today, the topic of discussion, as we have discussed before, is nutrition, physical fitness, and mental health. With the spirit, I would like to introduce a special guest to all, Ms. Ekta Jain. She's a young and inspiring entrepreneur and nutritionist by profession. She has a bachelor's degree in food, nutrition, and wellness studies and post-graduation diploma in dietetics and clinical nutrition services. She started Restore Life in the year 2017. So now we'll watch an introduction video of today's chief guest, Ekta ma'am.
Join. Yes. Yeah. One sec. We're playing. Team is playing that.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
We are talking about Restore Life's founder and dietitian, Ekta Jain, who is now, we can say, one of the biggest fitness freak. Since she enjoyed a chubby childhood and a foodie by heart and soul, Ekta never had worried about her increasing weight. When she was pregnant, doctors told that her little one is an IURG baby. She had to follow a huge list of do's and don'ts prescribed by the doctors to ensure good health of them. Ekta's true fitness journey commenced. Her journey from fat to fit, from 90 kgs to 48 kgs. In second pregnancy, she was having the same problem. Ekta began to follow a strict and structured diet and workout regime. Her journey was tough and she made sure she won it. She graduated in food and nutrition and got certified as advanced diet and nutrition expert and did her PG certification also from Mumbai. She is currently pursuing her post graduation in the same field and also a Zumba instructor. This is the story of Ekta Jain. This is the story of Restore Life. Through Restore Life, Ekta today helps in solving concerns and health issues of those who need her. She is even today extremely fitness conscious.
That's such a great introduction video of Ekta Jain, ma'am. Now, we would like to introduce Mrs. Gowri Ananthakrishnan Jatin. Mrs. Gowri is a family therapist, blogger, and technical documentation specialist. You'll get to know deeper about ma'am and the topic of our first season on our podcast channel, CliPod. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Ajit Singh, co-founder and CEO at Climate Research Solutions, National Director of Research at World Youth Heart Federation, to introduce our both guests. Over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Chaitra, for the nice introduction. And yes, guys, first of all, happy Women's Day, all the ladies on the board. And thank you for joining us for this event. And as you know, today is the Women's Day, and we were planning this event for a long time. For a long time, I have contacted Miss Ekta and Miss Gauri. Miss Gauri is my friend actually, my school friend, and she's family therapist. So this idea of our podcast. Actually, today we are doing two jobs. So one is celebrating the Women's Day, and second we are launching our new platform for learning, that is podcast, that is CliPod, right? As Chitra was telling, clinical podcasts on demand. But as we are launching on the day, on the very auspicious day of Women's Day, so we thought to discuss and we thought to start something, with especially for women's, right? For women. So uh, that's why we thought to consider this mental health. Mental health is a big issue nowadays, and everyone, they don't want to speak out and they don't want to discuss it in the public, and they people feel like, if you discuss your mental health problems, if you discuss your mental health issues with someone, they will feel that you are mad, right? Or you have gone crazy. So there are many things, people are afraid to discuss with something. People are not going to the psychologists, people are not going to the their doctors, their clinicians and all. So we thought to come up with the solutions where they can meet the experts, they can learn about the problems directly anywhere, they can just listen to them and they can understand their problems. If they see this mental numbness and apathy, as this is our first topic, these problems are like not well known, and people are not even understanding what does it mean. They don't know the diagnosis, they don't know the meaning of it, and they don't know the how to treat it, and how to get open with their families, with their parents, or with their husbands, or with their there are so many problems. So that's why we planned the first season of our podcast on mental health, and we are starting it with women mental health. And today, to launch it, we have Miss Ekta Jain. She is actually nutritionist, and she is a young entrepreneur. She is running Restore Life. As you have seen her journey, uh, how she has transformed herself from 90 kg to 48 kg, and how she is inspiring people a lot. So thank you, Ekta, to join us, and thank you, Gauri, uh, to join us on this occasion. Thank you very much, both of you,
Thank
and
you.
I welcome you both. And yes, Chitra, thank you. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Happy Women's Day to all, and thank you again, Ajit, for this wonderful opportunity today on board.
Yes, we are going to, as today only, Gauri has confirmed that we are coming up with four more new episodes of the podcast. So this, I hope that next four episodes also will be recorded very soon, and we are going to upload these things. And Chetra will tell you how to access our podcasts in and our upcoming seasons.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Chetra.
Thank you, and happy Women's Day to all women here on board.
Yes.
Thank you, and same to everyone who is listening us. Happy Women's Day to each and everyone, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Gowri ma'am, Ekta ma'am. So before going into the session, I want to request everyone to keep yourself on mute throughout the session. Please post your queries in the comment to the chat box and we'll clear it out at the end of the session. Now, let's go to our guests and know about them and how they inspire the people, especially women. Starting with Ekta ma'am. Good evening, ma'am, and a happy Women's
Good
Day.
evening. Thank you, same to you.
Ma'am, we have a question. Please
Yes.
explain us about Restore Life and as you are associated with healthcare and nutrition, how did you come into this and what was your inspiration?
My inspiration was frankly my daughter. When she was born, she was premature. She was just born with 1 kg reduced to 800 grams. And her survival was questioned by the doctors. And she was kept in the neonatal care in ICU for more than a 1 month. And then she could not grow properly. And she was an IUGR kid actually. So IUGR means her growth retarded in my womb after 6 months. So that was all due to my obesity. And that shook me till my core, and I decided to overcome all these problems and I decided to get healthier and fitter than before so that I don't see the same problems in my second pregnancy. So gradually when I started becoming more and more healthy and fit, it became my passion and I got so addicted to fitness and I got so very much I fell in love with being so healthier and fit because I could see the difference in both my kids. I could see the difference in my own life. So that was the reason which motivated me to stay healthier and fit. But it's not that I don't eat anything wrong or I don't eat pastries, pizzas, chocolates, ice creams. I do all that, but that's like just once a week for me. It's like 6 days of discipline and 1 days of freaking out for me. That's how it should be. Like there's a very common saying which says fitness is like a relationship. You can't cheat on it and expect it to work. So I believe in that kind of a thing that we should stay in discipline all 6 days of week, and 1 day you can freak out with your friends, hang out, late night parties, and so you can stay healthier and stick to your healthy routine.
Yes. True.
Yes, ma'am, that's obviously the correct one, and that's a great inspiration. And now let's see a video of how Ekta ma'am's organization works.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, ma'am. It's a wonderful video of your organization. It's so colorful and elegant too, ma'am.
Thank you.
By seeing this organization video, I have a question for you. Like, what are the challenges by being a woman you have faced being a female entrepreneur?
Being a female entrepreneur, like entrepreneurship is a field dominated by males since long in our society. Though the scenario is changing, but it is still a very tricky part for to make a mark in the society for females. Like females are expected to perform all the household tasks and everything, managing work and household things. It's always a tricky portion for her. And mothers are especially expected to give priority to their less priority to their business as compared to their children, upbringing of their children, because it takes a very immense amount of efforts and immense amount of time in upbringing of a child. So it's always expected from a working mother to give less priority to their business. So that's all. There are so many challenges which a woman has to face because she is balancing between all these things. So there are many female entrepreneurs in our country who has created very successful brands, but their journeys were not so easy. So I personally feel that all the male entrepreneurs should come up with their support, and they should help us in bringing down the gender wall. This way, the female entrepreneurs would be shining in the corporate world. That's my personal wish and my personal request to all the successful male entrepreneurs here, that they should join hands and allow us to bring down the gender walls which has been created since years now. The scenario is changing, but their help will help us more.
Yes, definitely. That's true. Yeah, I
Yes,
agree
ma'am.
with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Actually, for this year, 2021, the Women's Day, the theme also is that only. We have to fight for
Yeah.
equality.
Many successful entrepreneurs like Dr. Ajit, they are helping us in coming up and showing the front. They are giving us the platforms, so it is good. And many more people like him can join hands to bring women in front of the in front of the field, and they can just encourage us. And all the people, so many women are not even recognized. They are doing such wonderful job, but they are not recognized. So we
True.
should we should bring them in front.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for joining, and yes, thanks for the nice words. Yeah.
So, before going to the next question, let's have a look how Miss Ekta has transformed herself. It's really a great video, ma'am. The words you have mentioned, that constantly supporting yourself, challenging yourself, that really suits you. And also, it the change should come ourselves from within. So that is the thing we have got from your transformation video.
Yeah, actually consistency is the main thing. You need to be constantly consistent with whatever your means. You should follow your dreams consistently. Then there is nothing impossible in world.
Yes, ma'am.
True.
Ma'am, you see your videos, a lot of your videos on fitness, and you inspire many people. And today we gather here to celebrate Women's Day, and we are launching the first podcast series on mental health. So the first episode is about the topic mental numbness and apathy in women. So, how do you connect the women mental health and nutrition and physical fitness, ma'am?
We are quite literally what we eat. When we eat real food, it nourishes us. It becomes the protein building blocks, the enzymes, the neurotransmitters, which transfers all the information from your brain to throughout your body. So when you eat refined sugar, it has a very potent negative impact on your brain. Your brain, your gut health all depletes, and which in turn depletes your mood. You tend to fall into depression. So you should include good anti-inflammatory and antioxidant rich foods like broccolis, turmeric, blueberries, and all the deep colored fruits and vegetables. They are very good for your brain. They enhances your mood. They helps you generate happy hormones in your body, and it reduces the inflammation on your brain. All this, and you can even include nuts and seeds. They are a host of brain boosting nutrients. So you can include probiotics, omegas increase your serotonin levels. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter which enhances your mood. It keeps you calm. It decreases your appetite. It enhances your every means brain. Serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins, these are the happy hormones which are responsible for enhancing your mood. So you, if you eat clean, if you eat all the nutrients present in all the fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, then you won't be facing any sort of depression or any sort of nutritional deficiencies such as B12 deficiency and iron deficiency. They are also responsible for depression. So try and include all the good food in your diet, and stop depending on refined food like sugars, refined sugars, trans fats, and all. They all just increase the free radicals and toxins in your blood, which in turn gives you depression and hormonal disturbances and all that. Even exercise helps you enhance your mood. There's a saying which says exercise is equal to endorphins, and endorphins makes you happy. So physical activity, it releases happy hormones such as dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. So it gives you a rush of dopamine, and that's why it said that I'm going to get a rush of my dopamine today, my serotonin today. When we go to gym, we usually say this kind of words. So that shows that how exercise enhances and lifts your mood. Even if you're not falling for workout, if you don't feel like working at all, just be active. Play with your kids, indulge into any sort of physical activity or sports activity, or maybe dancing, maybe just taking the stairs other than elevators. Every movement helps. Even a smallest of the movement helps. So start moving yourself. Start indulging into any sort of activity. This way, physical fitness and nutrition both help in lifting your mood because they help you in generating happy hormones.
Yes, ma'am, that's really true. So now we have talked about physical fitness, nutrition, and mental health. Now we'll have a glance about the hobbies of Ekta, ma'am. It's really a nice video, ma'am. You have different hobbies than your profession, apart from your
Yeah.
profession. That's really cool. And now I've got a doubt, like how do you manage everything in a very balanced way?
Actually, I firmly believe that women have to play multiple roles. Like they are managing home, they are taking care of their kids, they are taking care of their business and everything. They are managing everything so beautifully. But the very first thing what they do is they tend to neglect themselves. They tend to neglect their hobbies. They tend to neglect their health, their fitness, etc. So I don't understand. I have a simple question to all the ladies who are listening to me right now. That have you ever thought that how you will manage everything if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not taking care of your physical, mental, and clinical health? You are very important. You are the important member of the family. In fact, a very, very important member of the family. Without you, nothing is possible. If you are not taking care of your family, how is everything going to work? Your business, your kids, your family, who is going to take care of all them? So the very first responsibility which you have is for yourself. If you are physically fit, if you are mentally fit, if you are having no health issues, you're clinically fit, then nothing can stop you from helping your family, from upbringing your kids, and in doing wonders in your business as well. So you can manage everything. So I request you all to please balance, and don't ever leave your hobbies, don't ever neglect your fitness, don't ever just adjust with everything what you have got. Try to give priority to yourself.
Very true.
Yes, no, really. Because every mom also works like that only. She doesn't care
Yeah,
about
women
herself.
has this
But
tendency of neglecting themselves only. That okay, mine will be seen later on. First, let me serve the family. First, let me be
yes,
there for the boss. That's not done. You have to first look into yourself, value yourself.
yes,
True.
ma'am. So, going to this session, now we have another guest of honor, Mrs. Gowri, who had recorded the CliPod's first session. Let's ask her about the topic. Good evening, ma'am, and a happy Women's Day.
Um, Hello. I think Yasi is there.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was on mute. Yes.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you explain what is mental numbness and apathy in women and how we to personally come to know about that?
Yes, I can. Actually, I'm just going to mute myself and go inside to another room and just quickly connect myself. So I'm going to mute myself again, if you don't mind.
Okay,
Just a
okay.
minute.
Sure, sure.
Yes, sorry, everybody. Um, so, what is mental numbness? Well, it's something you come across every little day in your life. You come across it when you meet your mom talking about her married life, her grandmother, the kind of sacrifices she's made, the kind of transformation she was, prior to marriage and how she has become now. Those are all results of mental numbness. Mostly because out of frustration, they've given up on themselves, saying, okay, I just cannot change how life is. I am forced to accept my life the way it is. Um, but it is more of, a suppression of, defeat that, they don't want life to be this way. And they absolutely, want a single opportunity where they wish they could turn life around and, find their happiness. But now they don't even understand who they are. And it becomes so unconscious that when such a situation comes around, unknowingly become that person that you just don't want to become. So this kind of numbness, emotional numbness, in the Western world, it is called depersonalization, complete detachment from your own self, due to avoidance and denial.
Yes. So actually now I have one question to Gauri here.
Yes.
So, like, how do we come to know about mental numbness if someone is living that kind of life, someone is living that silent life, or someone is, facing such issues, or, they have a lot of problems, and, they are suppressed their voice, or they are suppressed their feelings, and they are not exposing, So, how do we come to know about that?
Um, I think the biggest telltale sign of a person in the
Your
Indian
voice is not, I think you should come near to mic.
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
I think the biggest telltale sign of emotional and mental numbness or apathy in Indian household, especially when a situation arises and the person rolls their eyes and just walks away from that situation. So I can give a common example of you know um, a very you don't like a relative who comes home, and you can't do anything about it. So the second you hear them come home, you just show indifference, and there's someone in the house saying, why do you always behave like this when this person is coming? Or an alcoholic man who without fail every day comes home at 9 extremely drunk, not sure of what he is going to do, and his wife is already aware of her fate, and she just has succumbed to it and accepted it and says, this is my life, what can I do about it? You just ignore and you live your life. Or a very chronically ill patient who has no escape from his health issues or her health issues, and they have to undergo that tedious depressing treatment, and they just wish that life just gets over at this moment and they don't have to suffer anymore. So those are the silent telltale signs. And when a third person comes and asks, okay, it's just a treatment, or it's just this person, or why don't you just leave the house or something like that, then you see a totally different reaction, or an unexpected emotions coming out, or either it'll be like a totally negative thing or totally indifferent, or they're just they just don't respond to any of those questions, and or they just start pouring out, or they just get really angry, or they just laugh it off. Those kind of denial signs tend to come out when you try to confront that issue. So these are like the biggest telltale signs of depersonalization. You see it at extreme stress and extreme fear, when you just are not ready for it, but you have to be at any chance.
Yeah, that means like, when you see someone who is not sharing about her or him, or someone is not talking about their uh, you know
uh, is my connection paused,
those,
or
because some people are kind of introvert. So, we cannot
Ajit,
tell
you
that
could you
every
please repeat
introvert, we cannot
your
tell that
question?
every introvert is having that mental numbness, right?
um okay, there is a huge difference
Hello,
between introvertedness and
hello, am I
emotional
audible?
numbness.
Yes, sir, you are
Yes,
audible.
yes, you are. So there is a huge difference between introvertedness and emotional numbness. An introverted person just feels comfortable in certain situations, and feels lively around certain people, and feels like he or she is themselves, or himself around certain people. And you push themselves, you push their what do you say, territory of discomfort when you put them in an awkward situation of, some social gathering, or some stranger that has just come home and you just want them to talk. That is introvertedness. They are never, they know who they are, and they know their comfort level, and they know what they want and what they like and what they prefer. That is not, running away from their emotions and just suppressing themselves. And it's not like piling up years and years and years of, negative emotions that you just wish vanished away in one moment. um Emotional numbness and mental numbness, it's that kind of negativity that you just never want to accumulate. That when a person says that I am totally numb to the situation, I'm just totally used to this situation, I've just given up. I just know that this is how it is. I've just accepted life for what it is. Then you know that, okay, the person has totally become hollow from inside, empty from inside, and no matter what, you cannot relate to that hollowness and emptiness until and unless you have gone through such stress and trauma. So that there is a that very clear cut line of difference between introvertedness and um mental numbness.
Yes. Go ahead, Chitra.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Gauri. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ajit, once again for this lovely opportunity for the next few series of episodes that we would be recording, and it's going to be a wonderful journey together. Thank you, everybody, and happy International Women's Day to all.
Guys, that's not first time. We have conducted many seminars on mental health in July and August 2020 with Gauri. So definitely it will be going to wonderful. Definitely.
Hoping so too. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, Chitra,
Okay.
please go ahead.
Yes. Ma'am, you have said about the reasons and how the mental numbness, how we have to personally know about this. Can we know what are the solutions for mental numbness?
Yes. There are solutions that definitely not an overnight ones, but it first really starts with uh, trying to get the person to accept and address that they are being indifferent and empty and hollow to a particular situation and environment. And once you make them realize and address and confront that, then you go on a very long journey of reassurance where you constantly tell them that it's okay to feel what you're feeling, but we can come out of it. Don't neglect it. Don't accept it. Don't give in to it. We will come out of it. And this unconditional reassurance and support will one day pay up when they look up to you and say that yes, I want to come out of it now. I'm just tired and I realize if there is a way, then help me out. Once they accept that and they look up to you for that, then you slowly start asking them to do ways of therapy, like maybe journal. Okay, how you're feeling, just write it down. When you're feeling, just write it down, so okay, this day you felt it, maybe something would have happened that day. So they start keeping track of their negativity or the suppression or the frustration, indifference. They start keeping a track of that. Once you find the ways that okay, they are comfortable with journaling or talking or going out of the place and going for a long walk, or finding that right person they can just talk to, saying no, this is happening, and I want to fight it, and it's happening right now, and I'm aware of it, and things like that. Then you slowly see them gain the confidence. And extreme cases like cancer patients, HIV patients, or um, physical abuse victims, you definitely coordinate with them and a therapist and go on a 6 to 12 counseling sessions, and then make sure that okay, there is immense progress, and then that progress continues, and there is no relapse of that indifference and you know giving up.
Yes.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Um, so now the next question is for both of our guests. Uh, how important is it for a woman to balance the life, keeping herself mentally and physically fit?
I would definitely want Ikla to go first here, but I'll just say it on a very quick note. Um, once an individual at any moment of time sees that they are comfortable in their shoes, and they realize those small signs that yes, I am happy when I eat this, and I like to do this, and there are certain moments in the day I look for, and there is a certain routine, and there is a certain way I like to be talked to, and all of that certain things. Then there is no turning back, and the person just wants more and more of that, and that in turn becomes loving themselves, and it just goes on. So in that way, your physical health comes in when the person realizes that no matter what their shape is, and no matter what kind of attire they wear, but as long as they have people around them who sees them for who they are, and as long as they understand who they are, um, then then happiness just comes their way, and slowly they would understand that okay, some small walk, some moments alone, some certain tiny uh, subtle signs of routine that they will consciously inculcate would definitely make a huge difference on their physical health, because once you feel good about yourself, you just tend to feel good about everything, and that impacts your physical body without you even knowing about it.
True.
Yes, ma'am, that's true. Um, Ekta, ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, the same question for you too. How important is it for a woman to balance the life, keeping herself mentally and physically fit?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
How
Loud, Chitra, little
important?
loud.
Yes, ma'am. How important is it for a woman to balance the life, keeping herself mentally and physically fit?
The first thing which I say always to all my female clients, that prioritize yourself, and don't always neglect yourself. Start valuing yourself, start respecting yourself, start considering yourself as an important part of the family. You are like the engine of your family, and if you are not physically fit and mentally fit, how we are going to pull the whole train, which includes your husband, your kids, your parents, and everyone at home. So just don't neglect yourself, give value to yourself, and prioritize yourself. Just if you feel low, a simple 30 minutes of walk can make the difference. And most important is clean eating. Don't always adjust yourself with leftover food or whatever is left you'll eat. It's not like that. Cook for yourself along with your family. Cook healthy meals for yourself also along with your family. And if you are going to eat all the junk and refined food, you are going to invade so many free radicals and toxins in your body, which are going to create so much of hormonal disturbances. And it will then give you mood swings. So start eating healthy, start living a better life, and don't just neglect your hobbies. Don't neglect your health, your fitness, your meals, and everything. Whatever you love, you should not leave it behind in serving your family and your kids and your husband and your profession and everything. So you are also important. So start prioritizing yourself, then everything will be balanced. If you value yourself, the world is going to value you. The first person to value yourself is you yourself. If you are not going to value yourself, no one is going to value you.
True. So here,
Yes.
I have one question for you, Ms. Ekta.
Tell me.
So, what is the happy diet? I will not say healthy diet. What is the happy diet for a person?
Happy diet is obviously when you love eating food, and whatever triggers your dopamine and serotonin, if we go very technical, then that's a happy meal for you. Like if I love desserts, if I love chocolates, then once in a blue moon, when I eat that, I feel so energetic, I feel so light, I feel so good. So it's good to have it sometimes, but if every time your mind demands unhealthy food, then that's not good to have. So you need to see into
Exactly.
your
So, like, how to avoid?
clinical health as well. How to avoid? That's what I told in the very beginning. That's 6 days of discipline and 1 day of treating yourself. It's one meal you can pamper yourself with anything you want. That makes sense. But if you are going to go on and on every day, you are going to pamper with some ice creams and pizzas and chocolates, then that's going to down the line someday you will hamper your health, your mental health, physical health. You are going to hamper everything, and then you won't be permitted by your doctors to eat anything. So that 1 day of pampering yourself is also gone then. So better to keep in moderation everything. Pamper yourself, but in moderation.
Yeah, true. Because we have a lot of patients, we see a lot of patients. They,
You can see anyone
only
in,
two to
yeah,
two
go
to
ahead.
5% patients follow that disciplined diet. Otherwise, no one.
But whosoever is successful in the fitness industry is following the discipline. So don't wish for it, work for it. For all the listeners, I must say that if you're wishing for it, that okay, I want such a physique, or your role model is so and so person or so and so heroine, and I want six packs and all that model bikini figure. So you don't wish for it, just work for it. The only key to success, there's no shortcut. You have to stay in discipline for 6 days, and 1 day you can pamper. You have to earn your cheat meal. I always put on my status whenever I work out on Sundays that I've earned my cheat meal today. So I work out really hard on Sundays so that I, earn my cheat meals, and I stay in discipline all the 6 days. So then this Sunday, yesterday, I had 3 ice creams at one go. So I earned it, na? So that's how
Yeah,
it should
true,
be. That's how it should be.
true,
You should not always, just demand for this liberties. You should earn your liberties.
true. That's really true. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you for the answer.
Yes, ma'am. Now I would like to ask Gowri ma'am and Ekta ma'am about take-home messages for young ladies who are listening to us. Please
God,
give
you
it.
can start.
Um,
Yeah. So, what is your take-home message for ladies who are listening to us?
Is Ekta going first? I would like for her to go first. Then.
Okay. So the take-home message is,
No,
as I
no
told
worries.
you, that,
Anyone.
yeah, shall I?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Please go
So the
ahead,
take
Ekta.
take home message is I always motivate my female clients to just prioritize yourself, as I already told. Prioritize yourself in 2 words. I will say prioritize yourself. If you are going to value yourself, nothing can stop you. If you give just 1 hour of your me time to your hobbies or to your fitness or to anything what you love, may it be dancing, may it be sports, may it be anything, or just your me time can be anything. You may be loving to sing, you may be a singer, you can do anything, but that 1 hour of me time is going to make you so productive in the rest of the 23 hours. May it be your business field, may it be your home, with your kids, with your relatives, with your socializing friends, or anything. You are so productive, you're so energetic because you're not feeling left out. You're never feeling left out, that okay, I have nothing to do, no one is respecting me, no one cares about me. These all the low feelings comes when you don't give time to yourself. The longest relationship you have with someone is with you yourself. From the moment you got birth till you die, you are going to stay constantly with yourself. So you are not respecting yourself only. So who is going to take care of you? This is for each and every individual, irrespective of women or men. But men
True.
are doing that. They are always pampering themselves, they're always taking care of themselves, they're valuing themselves, they're overvaluing themselves sometimes. So that's why females are more focused in this point. So females should start not to neglect themselves, start prioritizing themselves. There shall be a lifelong takeaway message from my side to all the female listeners.
Thank
Yes.
you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
That's a very
Thank
motivating and
you.
wonderful message. Seriously.
Yes,
I
yes,
should
ma'am.
take it.
What I am following, I always do that. The first appointment is with me myself. First thing in the morning, I am giving the appointment with me myself. No matter how long my day is, no matter how many commitments I have, I need my 1 or 2 hours for myself first. Only then I can start my day. So that is what I have been following since years consistently. So that's what I always promote.
Yeah. Okay, so Gauri, what's your
Uh,
take on this?
yes. Ekta has a wonderful message, and I think that should really be a golden principle in everyone's life. But I think I'll add, if I have to ever add on to that, I think the first thing I would ever say is, don't be afraid to confront yourself, and don't be afraid to move on, because till that happens, you will never be ready for what life has for you. So yes, there will always be ups and downs in life, but don't be afraid to move on.
Yes, of course. See, even if I say without challenges, you cannot survive. I'm not talking about the growth or you will get success or something. For the survival also you have to challenge yourself, and there are many
Absolutely.
hindrances. Yes, there are many hindrances, there are many aspects from the society, from the home, from your own house, and from not if we do not talk about anyone, it's from your own. You have your own challenges, so you have to overcome the challenges and you have to face the challenges. Then only you can come out as yourself, and then you can survive. And then if you want to become successful, then definitely there are a lot of things to face and there are a lot of things to
I mean,
challenge.
other than challenges themselves, I feel that, even if it is the small, small things that, okay, accept and confront yourself and move on. Okay, yes, I was cranky today, but it's okay. I'm going to move on. Or, it starts with really small things, and before
True.
to build that courage to, move on from a challenge, move on from a breakdown, move on fall, move on from anything, and start um, telling yourself that it's my life, and I can't keep staying in one situation and being fixated and affecting my everything else. So basically, in one word, if I have to say, in addition to what Ekta has told, I would definitely put it as being mindful of yourself, in every way, in every minute, every way. Be mindful, and don't be
Yes.
afraid to accept that, even if it is a bad thing. Don't be afraid to accept that, because unless and until that acceptance and that addressal comes from within, you will never be able to say that, okay, you know what, I can get up tomorrow and focus on my day. No, you will still be kind of happy or sad, or excited, or heartbroken about what happened yesterday. So no, don't do that. Be mindful and always accept
True.
anything that has to do with your life.
Yeah, and adding to that, I would like to say, because I know there are many young people, young ladies who will be listening to us and who will listen to our this webinar, and young men and women. So you will get many things, not only hindrance or challenges. You will get even failure. So just don't stick to that. Just don't stick to your failure. Just get rid of it as soon as possible you can, and don't evolve yourself much into that. Just come out and uh, you know go way forward. There is a lot of things in the life, guys. That's from my side for all of you.
Thank you, Gowri ma'am. Thank you, Ekta ma'am. And thank you, Ajit sir. Now, I would like to invite our audience to interact with our guests to clear the queries. You can put your queries in the chat box so that we can read out it to our guests and clear your doubts.
Yes, guys, if you have your doubts, please raise your hand, or you can mention in the chat box also. So, yes, please interact with our guests. So questions, guys. I think they all are clear with the questions. Do you have any questions, guys? Okay, so I don't think we have questions from the audience today. They are very good listeners and they understood everything.
Yes, sir. I think so.
Good.
Yes.
And I think
So
they are very much, you know,
excited to
excited and they are
launching
very
a
much
podcast.
inspired and they will follow definitely.
So we have a question, sir, from Enis to
Oh, there
Ekta
is
ma'am.
one question from Alice. Yeah. So, yes, if Ekta wants to answer, Alice is asking about the
Daily
diet
diet.
plan, your daily diet plan.
My daily diet plan.
Yes.
Okay. So, may I know who's asking that?
Alice John.
Okay. So, John, my daily diet plan is nothing calculative, but I stick to clean eating. I make sure that I include everything in my diet, right from fruits, nuts, my seeds, my dairy, my lentils, my carbs. I just stick to clean eating all the vegetables and fruits. I don't really keep on calculating that, okay, this thing is having so many calories. I just stick to clean eating and my workout schedules that keeps me going and that keeps me healthy. I If you reach a level and if you are very much good at your fitness level, you never need to calculate your calories or anything, because diet is nothing. Diet is just a lifestyle change. If you are making a good lifestyle change, if you are sticking to good healthy clean eating, then you need not to keep on calculating. Your body is designed in such a way that it burns out all the extra fat and it burns out all the extra toxins whichever you are invading in your body. So need not to calculate anything, just stick to clean eating and make sure you include all the vegetables of different colors. Stick to rainbow diet. Every color fruit or every color vegetable has a different nutrient in it. So stick to different color fruits and vegetables. Don't just stick to one single few vegetables, like I love so and so vegetables, I hate those vegetables. No, include all the greens or the reds or the yellows, everything. You have so many different colorful fruits and vegetables. Why the nature has made so? Just think over it, because everything has a different nutrient, so try and include everything in your diet.
How long is the best time to exercise?
Any time is a good time to exercise. There are no excuses. Even I have clients working out midnight at 4 p.m., at 2 a.m., 4 a.m. So they are working out midnight because they are so committed to their fitness. They can't really miss on their routine and they are into the corporate world. Some of the corporate people, they are working in night shifts. So they work out in the afternoons. They wake up in the afternoon, their day starts in the afternoon. So it's like the depends on your daily routine, but there is no excuse to not working out. I cannot find any people, any person till now who has a genuine excuse not to work out, unless and until you are having some physical challenges or you are met with some injuries, or that is only the genuine reason, I suppose, of not working out. There are no other reasons of not working out. They're only your mental excuses. I can figure out time from anyone's routine. I'll take out your mobile, take 10 minutes from there, take out 10 minutes from everywhere, and you find good 30 minutes for a jetpat workout, or a simple walk will make the
Yes.
difference. But there's no excuse. Anytime is a good time.
Yeah. Okay, so someone is asking about the protein powder. I think the right questions would be that do should we take the protein powders or what are the side effects and actually why protein powders or whey protein powders? You know.
Okay, if you talk about whey, what is whey? Whey is coming from milk. When you make paneer, the concentrated part which is seen on the top is casein, which is also a protein, and the water,
Yes.
paneer water, which you call, that is whey. So whey is made from paneer water. So it is very much natural, it is very much good, it is a fast absorbing protein in your body. Your all the vegetarians especially, they are not getting first class proteins. First class proteins is the proteins which are having all the 22 amino acids profile. So we have that only in paneer. Paneer is a very good example of this first class proteins. So other than that, we don't have a very good source of our lentils, our legumes, everything has proteins, but they are missing on some or the other amino acids. So they are not first class proteins.
Correct.
And on the top of it, they are not fast absorbing. So we as vegetarians need fast absorbing proteins. So it's a boom for vegetarians, and that is a myth that it is a supplement or you should not take. I myself take whey proteins daily, one scoop, since years now, minimum one scoop. So that is what I'm taking since, irrespective of I'm working out or not. There's again a second myth which says that, okay, if I have not worked out today, I should not take whey proteins. No, it's not like that. You need to at least take 1 gram of protein per kg of body weight if you are having no other renal disorders or no other disorders. Then if you're clinically perfect, then 1 gram of protein has to be there
True.
according to your body weight. So it's a myth that whey proteins is a supplement and we should not take it. No.
Cool. Cool. Okay. So someone is asking about the keto diets. What's your take on keto diets?
I was expecting this one actually. So keto was actually invented for epilepsy patients, and lately it was used for diabetic patients. Nowadays, it is a trend for using it for weight loss patients. Now, when you are creating ketosis in your body, you are basically you're ruining your lipid profile. You are not going to see it
Yes,
in the
true.
new. You are going to drop sizes like anything. You are going to reduce your weight and all that. You are going to get wonderful results. But what next? You're going to ruin your lipid profile first. Secondly, you are also going to meet with the rebound effect. Lately, slowly and gradually, you will again come back to your original weight, because basically I've avoided all the carbs, you have avoided all the proteins, you are on moderate proteins, no carbs, high fats diet. So that is, you are disturbing the nature of your body. The biological nature of your body has been disturbed by you. So your body is going to react sooner or later. It is going to react.
Correct.
So it is going to give you results in short term, but be futuristic. See your long term results. What after your 40s? What after your 50s? Are you ready for all those deficiencies in you? Then go for it. I personally don't give keto unless keto can't be a lifestyle. It can be taken up for say 30 or 40 days. That's okay. If you want to, just break your plateau, it's okay to go on keto. But there is a reversal plan from keto. You cannot just go from come back from keto in a day. There is a proper method of going on the ketosis diet and coming back from the ketosis diet. It's not, you should not do it without proper guidance and without proper technical guidance. You don't go download from Google all the keto diets and just start following it and again come back from that. Yeah.
Okay. So there are many questions actually. If your time
Yeah,
permit.
yeah. We can take few more if you want.
Sure, sure, sure,
Just
sure.
select, be very selective with the good questions so that even the listeners are pretty
Definitely,
much,
definitely, definitely. Yes.
yeah.
So June is asking about cycling as an exercise. So, what's your opinion about cycling and yoga?
Cycling is a very good cardio, especially if you are having knee problems and all. We don't really suggest treadmills and all. We suggest you to go for cycling. Cycling is a good cardio form of workout. Both cannot be compared. First of all, yoga improves your flexibility. It is a form of de-stressing yourself. It improves your it gives weight loss, but it's more used for flexibility, for improving the flexibility of a person. And cycling is used for weight fat loss and weight loss. Both are very different, can't be compared with each other.
Yeah,
There are
true.
many forms of workout. Yeah.
Yes, madam. No, I was not. First of all, madam, happy Women's Day to you and
Thank
to
you,
all
same to you.
who are present here. Good evening, madam. My name is June. I have already raised this point. Yes, madam. Cycling, I was talking as a sport because due to nowadays today's situation means the condition. of COVID-19 I'm talking about. So instead of any other sports, I chose cycling.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And yoga, I was talking because better than medication, I think meditation is the best. So then
So
yoga helps a lot. Yes, madam.
yeah, so you are talking about purposeful workout, like you are looking for an option for meditation, then yes, yoga. You are loving cycling and you want to include that as a sports activity as well as your fitness routine, then yes, go for cycling. Even dancing is a form of workout. I do
Yes,
dancing
madam.
every
And your
Sunday. I do one and
dance
a half
is
hour
also very
only
good. I have
dancing.
seen the video.
Yeah.
Yes, madam.
Thank you. But every form of moving your body is a workout. You
Yes,
need to
madam.
select your, as I already told you, even climbing stairs, playing with your kids, indulging into any sort of sports, or everything is a workout. So just move yourself, just try to move your body and get some good rush of dopamine and serotonin in your body so that you enhance your mood. You don't have that mood swings, especially
Yes,
for
ma'am. Those
women, they
happy
have that mood
hormones
swings.
should be. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Cycling,
you need to
I do it
constantly.
every day now. Morning 2 hours and
Very
evening
good.
1 hour. So then it helps
don't
a
don't
lot of
overindulge into
pain
any
also.
particular activity. No, you
Yes,
are
madam.
overdoing it. If you are going to indulge so much into a particular
Hmm.
activity, you're going to lose on your
It
muscles.
depends, not the particular, but it depends. Means sometimes if I have a body pain, suppose it's back pain, then if I cycle, I feel better. That is depends. Sometimes half an hour also, and sometimes an hour also. Not
Okay,
the
okay.
time is not fixed, but then I do cycle. Individual
Mm,
sport cycling nowadays I feel is the best. And in yoga, I
yeah,
prefer to do Bhastrika, Pranayam, and somewhat breathing exercises. That's
very nice.
done.
Whatever
Thank you,
keeps
madam.
you happy is a good a workout.
Thank you, madam. Best wishes to you and your daughter
Thank
also,
you.
madam. Your stories are
Thank
also
you.
very inspirational. You are and are my inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so do we have one very interesting question here. Thank you, June, for raising this issue, and it was really nice.
Thank you,
You
sir.
have asked
Thank
this
you very
question.
much.
Yes. So Preeti is asking this question: what after controlling diet and doing regular exercise, if we do not reduce the weight, what should we look into?
Stress.
Stress. See,
There
one more
is,
time.
yes, stress. It is a very big barrier in not when a person is doing everything on place. Just see whether you are able to sleep properly, whether you are mentally fit, you are free from all stress. There's sometimes it's not that there's some issue in the family or at your workplace or something. You may be having anxiety, you may be having performance anxiety. Like today, maybe for me it may be that I'm a speaker here today, so it can be an anxiety problem for me that okay, what I'll speak, what they are going to ask. It can be that way. So
Correct.
anything, your performance anxiety, what I'm going to supposed to do tomorrow, how many meetings are lined up, what I'm supposed to do in this area, how I'm going to go say to in a parents teacher meeting for my kid, she has not done well or he has not done well. There's so many things which keeps you constantly, your mind is engaged in those thoughts, and that raises your cortisol hormone. And once you disturb your hormones, you cannot burn fat. You have to de-stress yourself, you have to calm your mind in order to reach your goals. So even you should look into meditation, deep breathing, along with your physical fitness workouts and your healthy eating. Everything goes hand in hand. You cannot think that okay, I am working for 4 hours in the gym and eating all healthy food. I'm not eating this, I'm not eating that. But why I'm not able to break my plateau? Because you are overdoing it. You're over expecting from yourself. You're overtraining yourself. Even overtraining hampers your this thing, weight loss. If you're overtraining, you're overdoing it. You are not giving your body any time to recover. If you're not going to all the fat burning happens in deep sleep. If you're not going to sleep properly, you're not going to burn your fat. You're not going to reduce your weight. So
Correct.
allow yourself to recover from all the micro traumatic level. You have broken down your tissues and everything in while working out. So help allow time to recover them. Otherwise you are not going to break your plateau, never.
Yes,
So
true.
meditate,
But I
deep
think
breathing.
to
Yeah,
add to
answer.
your point, Ekta, I think what one has to stress here the most is, you know, being, giving yourself that time frame as well as not constantly looking at the weight scale. That,
Yeah,
yeah, that.
that's just a number. In fact, if I myself say about my experience, I was weighing like 54 kgs when I started gymming. And then when I was like say 3 months or 4 months of gymming, I reduced on one more size, and I was weighing 55 kgs, one more kgs plus, but I reduced on inches because of gymming. So it's not always weight scale. Don't go on numbers. There's no statistics, no criteria. How you're feeling, if you're feeling good, you're feeling light, top of the world. No, you don't daily first thing in the morning you stand on the weighing scale and oh my god, my weight is so and so because I ate pizza yesterday. Okay, so my weight has increased. It's bloating. You cannot increase 1 kg in one day, one night. Neither you can reduce in one night. You're starving, you're fasting. Okay, I am so 1 kg lost today. So there you're hallucinating yourself. You're neither going to lose nor you're going to gain weight in one night. So stop doing that. Stop standing on the weight scale every morning. That's just going to raise your cortisol hormone, nothing else.
True. No, people are very much fond of checking the weights and every day and
Yeah,
every week,
every
even
day, every
every
day.
third day,
And they'll keep on
every
texting me,
day.
ma'am, today though we gained 400 grams. Ma'am, today I lost just 100 grams. But every day you cannot expect a loss.
I
Every day
think
your body is
it's a
repeating
common
same.
issue both in the medical field and in reality, where
True.
patients or the clients, they don't have the patience to actually wait for the result. So once they come and step into the clinic or into the gym or then within 1 month they have to see the results. And I think the first thing that everybody needs to understand is once you have given yourself that commitment that you are going to take up a specific diet or a specific exercise, you're going to give yourself at least 6 months to an year to feel
True.
what is going on. Otherwise, nothing is going to be effective.
True. And see, if you are doing everything, if you are even reducing in 6 months, and then again you are back to that cheating diet or back to that, whatever you were 6 months back or 1 year back, again, there is nothing to do with that. You will be same, and there will be no effect actually.
I would
And
like to add here, Dr. Ajay,
yes,
that
please.
as I already told, that diet is not a 3 months process or 6 months process. It's a lifestyle change. As you told right now, that if you come back to your diet, there is nothing like coming back to your original diet.
Correct.
You are slowly and gradually making lifestyle changes in you. Only then you can consistently stick to a particular physique which you are dreaming for. It's not like you can just 3 months you are following a particular diet and again you are going to have that pizzas and chocolates and pastries. Then
Correct. Oh, I think Ekta has lost the connection. uh, no, sis, her voice,
Um,
your mic, Ekta, your mic.
yeah, thank you.
You were speaking something and your mic, went off. We missed you, I
Yeah,
think.
I just got disconnected. So I reconnect. I was just saying that make all the changes, adapt all the changes in your life, and make it a lifestyle change. Diet is a lifestyle change. The word dieting has been wrongly, related with starving and all. It's not
True.
starving. The more you eat, the more you shed. It's the only point is what you are eating and at what time you are eating. Every nutrient has a timing. Fruits are
Correct.
good, but the timing is wrong.
Timing is
So you
wrong.
need to understand the timing.
Yes. Okay, so we will stop questions here. We will not take more questions, Chetra. So, shall we
yes,
go to the end?
yes, sir, sure. So, do you want to know more about the physical fitness, nutrition, and managing your mental health? If yes, you can contact our guest and we'll provide you the contact details on demand. Now, without any delay, we'll go towards the most awaited minutes of the day, launching of the CliPod Mental Health Series, Season 1 on the topic Mental Numbness and Apathy in Women, which is taken up by Mrs. Gowri ma'am. In the presence of our guest, we would like to launch the first session of CliPod. You can listen to our CliPod sessions on Anchor application, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. Links will be shared to you all very soon. Thank you so much, Ekta ma'am and Gowri ma'am. It was quite
Thank you.
illuminating and insightful session. I think our audiences gained a lot of knowledge on mental health. Hope everyone will support us and learn something new every time we come up with.
Yes. So, guys, if you have missed anything, definitely we will come up with the recordings, and you all will get the recordings by today itself. Okay, and the links to our podcast also will be shared very soon. And I again thanks all of you to join, and especially Miss Ekta and Gauri to
Thank
join
you.
us and enlightening on the very sensitive topic, the mental health, nutrition, and the physical fitness. That's, I think, very much that was very much motivating to all of us, not only for the women but all of us. And I hope people will get it, and people will take this message home, and they will follow it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ekta, for joining, and thank you, Gauri,
Thank
for
you. It was
thank
my
you,
pleasure.
Gauri. Yes,
Thank
yes, yes,
you.
definitely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody, once again, and happy Women's Day.
Happy
Yes,
Women's Day to everyone.
yes, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And I want to take a minute and thank our co
Yes,
host for the
guys,
CliPod
and I
season.
think we should take one snapshot. If you are not, if you are fine to open your cameras, we can take one snapshot with all of you. That will be amazing to keep in our, walls. And
I would like to keep my video off if that is
no,
absolutely
no,
fine
no,
with you.
no, 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 no worries. I know that your baby is okay. Okay, so fine, guys. No worries. Thank you. Okay, I think, yeah. Yes, Chetra.
Yeah, I want to take a minute and want to thank our co-host for the CliPod season one, Mr. Abhishek Chitranshi, and also the whole Climate Interns team behind the great ideology and implementation. Thank you so much, everyone, for your valuable time. Hope you all stay connected with us. If you have any queries after listening to our CliPod session, please do reach us through our social media handles. We'll make sure to clear all your doubts in the next session. Once again, thank you all. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
thank you, everyone. Take care. Good night.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Good